Being a teacher is extremely complicated and at the same time a vital profession that can be very rewarding. A person must obtain loads of information and learn new skills. I have always enjoyed spending time with and educating children. At a very early age, I decided to work with children, especially those with a disability. 11 years ago, I adopted a little one when he was 5 months old. I was not aware that he was going to be diagnosed with numerous disabilities. He not only has a learning disability, but he also has an emotional behavior disability. Raising a child with disabilities has been taxing and rewarding. I have learned so much and gained a better understanding because of him. After working with these children, as well as my own, I believe that children with special needs are placed here on earth to teach us, keep us humble, and to teach us values of patience and perseverance. I also believe that they deserve and need the opportunity to pursue their dreams. I believe that all children have the right to an equal education. Just because a student is slower than another, has a harder time catching on, or a harder time paying attention doesn't mean that they don't or should not be treated equally and given the same opportunities. Special needs brings to mind many different emotions. For some, it is fear, fearing of being different, fear of not responding appropriately, or fear that it could happen to them. Guilt, they're glad it isn't them. And for others, it is empathy and understanding. Because we know that the first 8 years of a child's life provide the foundation for self-esteem and a child's view of the world, it is especially important that early childhood educators provide a safe and secure environment. During these early years, a child can learn to be eager and excited learners, or he can learn to stand back, not be involved, not try, and not be noticed. I am very knowledgeable about students with learning disabilities. I have an understanding about how to teach and deal with children who have disabilities. With the proper training, I believe that I could be a great teacher for students with disabilities. There are many strategies for teaching children with disabilities. Mainly, it is about finding what works for the different students. Teaching strategies differ with the disabilities the child has. So finding what works for the student will take a lot of research and training. One of the main disabilities I come in contact with is students with ADD and ADHD. It is a prominent disability in today's educational system. I'm going to discuss different ways to help accommodate and instruct students with this disability. When dealing with students with ADD and ADHD, it is important to use guided instructions to help the student develop proper study skills. It is important to teach them proper ways to organize and study. It is important to teach them to persevere during difficult times, difficult tasks, and keep working at things that they may not understand at first. A good way to help with evaluations is to change the method of evaluation to suit the child's learning style and strengths. In the classroom, to promote on-task behavior, it's important to develop certain tasks for the student to focus on. Pair the student with a study buddy or learning partner who is a higher learning student. Have structured tasks for the student, and during the independent work, be available to the student. Doing certain tasks have time limits to help the students learn how to manage their time. All these concepts can help the learning and develop a student with ADD, ADHD. When dealing with students who have disabilities, I will be sure to provide a classroom that would enable the children to learn and grow. As a teacher, I will be consistent in my teaching methods. When dealing with the student, I will be sure to be patient and try the best of my ability to understand the child's struggles. I will be persistent with encouragement and always make sure the children know that I am committed to helping them achieve anything they set their minds to. It is important as an educator that I treat all my students with respect and that I will be no different when dealing with any children with a disability. I will strive to give my best to help the students get the best education regardless of their disabilities.